Welcome back to Frank running away from his microphone. Frank, come back to us, please! Please, Frank!
Time for me to cash in my Pokemon Pocket stamina, or is that a couple hours from now?
Look at this motherfucking getting caught up in this gotcha game.
I like pressing the dopamine button.
I'm not playing any mobile game right now, and I've been really scared because it's I could potentially, accidentally get into Pokemon Go. I'm an inch away from it, and I'm oh, I don't know. I don't know if I want another game like this. But maybe I do, I don't know. I was playing Sonic Forces Speed Battle for 3 months, and I got super duper into that. It's really funny because I was really into that game, but they just kept doing the same event over and over and over again, and I was bro, when are they gonna do literally anything else? The community was just eventually, but then they just kept doing it over and over and over again. I'm man, I can't do this anymore, I'm over it, and then I left. And I never turned back. I do have room. I to fill the void of a game on my phone, my gotcha game, if you will, which is the closest I get to a gotcha game, because they basically are all phone games these days.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm playing a lot of Pokemon games right now, so.
Speaking of, I really should be going back and finishing my playthrough of Snap.
Oh yeah. Wait, which Snap? New one or
the
old?
Switch
Fuck
one.
me. Yeah, it's funny. I hear this kind of a thing of that game where everyone started it but no one finished it. I didn't even own it.
I just got super distracted and I just haven't gone back to play it. But God, it is so pretty. I do really love how pretty it is.
My thing is the Pokemon Snap games, I don't know. I like watching them. I like vibing out with them, putting them on in the background, watching other people play them. But I just can't be bothered playing them myself. I don't know. It's just the repetitiveness is just a little bit too much for me. And I understand that's the whole point, going through the same level over and over and over again, getting the fucking photographs over and over and over again. But I don't know. I just kind of can't be bothered, I guess. It's just enough to make me go eh.
It's fair.
I don't know if I want to play that.
I think that's part of the reason why I got distracted was because the Switch version has more of that grind out the level kind of thing, whereas the original Snap you can kind of do most of the run the first time and then you get a tool for the 2 that you missed or whatever.
Plus it also gives me anxiety of what's the perfect photograph and all that. Is this one actually better than this one?
Luckily
better, but
I
it's got
was
more
able
points.
to not really worry about that unless I was literally oh, I'm on the cusp of getting my next upgrade, so I have to figure out where the fuck I'm gonna get an extra 3 points from. Then that always pissed me off, because I'm is this picture gonna give me 3 more points from Professor Oak? I have no fucking idea.
I could play the original, and I've been tempted to because it's on Virtual Console. I thought, it'd be a fun game to just vibe out with. But my issue is, again, that I don't know, I particularly with the N64 one, I'm worried about N64 jank. Because I know that, I've seen it so many times. You take the perfect fucking photo, and it looks gorgeous, and you get 0 points for it because of some weird technicality.
Yeah, one of my issues with replaying Snap is, I don't know if they fixed it, but for the longest time you couldn't play Snap on an emulator. Because for some reason, the emulator version of the camera just, depending on which one it was, just wouldn't work at all. All the Pokemon wouldn't be registered properly for some reason. Or in some other versions, you could get through most of the game, but when you had to take pictures of the special signs, it wouldn't register the signs specifically. So you couldn't actually beat the game.
Yeah, it's on Virtual Console. I've never played it. Because for some reason, they have all the Pokemon spin-off games on Virtual Console, but none of the real ones.
Yeah,
the main ones, I should say. It's why would you ever want to play one of the originals? And again, there is they say, possibly the reason they won't let you emulate the old ones is because of the gambling. Because if it was re-released in a modern day context, it would be rated R or whatever. Or, I don't know. Either that or Game Freak's just greedy. Take your pick, really. Pick your poison.
Well, instead, they'd rather not put it on the Virtual Console and instead, send a SWAT team to your house if they find you pirating Pokemon Red.
See this little MF right here? This is literally Mabini. Going into the Nether Realm.
There's me smiling like Shrek.
As you fade away.
Yeah.
See this fucking sick, badass knight right here? This is Frank. See you later, dumbass. See this fucking hobgoblin over here? This is me. See you later, dumbass.
No, you're both of them in a trench coat. We know your secret.
Kind of am. I do have that giant lower lip, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
Iconic giant lower lip.
And massive teeth, like Donkey.
So yeah, it's been a while since the last history of Power Rangers. As such, a couple of things have cropped up. This is my Linkara impression. What do you think?
I wouldn't know how to judge that.
I thought you were the biggest Linkara fan. I thought you were Mr. Channel Awesome.
No.
Why are you so passive, Frank? You should be fucking acting like I've accused you of some heinous crime.
I can't understand a single word you're
Yeah.
saying. Discord.
He doesn't know what the racist slur you just used at him means.
Channel Awesome fan.
Yeah. Good thing you're not wearing socks, otherwise this would be a really bad time.
This is his big fucking gamer piss pull.
Yeah.
He can't fucking leave the office because he's too busy fucking
It's-
getting sweet frags.
Yeah, he doesn't have a
on
toilet like
whatever
me.
the latest game is that people are complaining about. Look at the size of my hand.
You know, they say if the palm of your hand is bigger than the face, you have cancer.
He was literally doing that to Zelda. He was
Yeah.
waiting for her to wake up so he could smack her in the forehead.
No, like Zelda needs to pee, so she's just dreaming of oceans constantly. She's like, oh god.
That's why there's water everywhere.
Oh yeah, she's holding it back big time.
Water everywhere, and it's just so much
I
to
can't
drink.
wait for Ganondorf to do the anime thing where he just picks her up by the head and throws her.
Holds her up like the fucking Naruto meme.
Yeah.
What, he grabs her by the head, swings her, snaps her neck,
Yeah.
and then throws
Just
her
tosses
Says
across
so
her.
long, gay Bowser. This is literally Mabini when he doesn't get up to pee every 30 seconds.
Yeah,
Turns into a fucking giant monstrosity.
pretty much. You don't want that to happen.
That's me arriving at Mabini's house.
Yeah.
This is the little pee-pee boy. Why does he look like shit?
Excuse you. He looks just like you, IRL.
He literally looks like balls of shit. What are you talking about?
He's the turd burglar.
He literally looks
Turd
like a
burglar.
turd burglar. You were talking about Conkers before. This is just the Great Mighty Pooh, man.
Yeah, I guess. You know, Conker's Bad Fur Day is an interesting game because I don't think I could ever play it. It looks too fucking hard. So much shit in that game just doesn't work.
I remember
Great
playing
Mighty Pooh.
through it like a couple years ago, and then you get to the gun section, and it's miserable because they use the C buttons as your aiming analog, and it's fucking miserable. I get it's like the limitations of having an N64 controller when you want an FPS, like to be smooth like a dual analog FPS would be, but like I just couldn't get through the gun sections.
Yeah, there's that section. There's also like the lava surfing section where you can die instantly and then you lose all your lives. And you're like, what do I do now?
Yeah, I think
Or
I-
like rolling down the hill with the fucking Dracula's castle and all that shit.
Yeah,
I just
think
look at that
just
shit and I'm
never
like, I
got to
can't do
those
that, man.
points.
I'm pretty good at like playing old games and dealing with their jank, but there's a level of jank that I'm just like, I don't know, man.
Emulators and ROMs actually have they taken the original game or have they recreated the game?
So they take the original game and then they turn it into like a file dump or whatever the fuck the actual term is, and they dump all of the contents of like the cartridge or the CD, and then it gets repackaged into a file that then can be accessed by the emulator that then undumps it or unpacks it.
Right. Yeah.
But it starts with taking a legitimate copy and then turning it into a file that you can then share. They don't reverse engineer it.
No, they just take it and make it work in a different format that's downloadable.
Ah, yes, the Spider, the Arachnus
I
deficus.
think you mean
A
the
single bite will
shitter.
instantly paralyze.
Who's the guy that
Spider.
does the voice in the Michael Jackson Thriller?
Michael. Oh, I know who you're talking about. Very famous man
Yes.
who has a very iconic voice. It's
Yeah.
funny that Thriller is what you know him for.
Well,
Vincent
no,
Price.
it's actually not what I know him for. I know his voice from...
Is it Vincent Price?
Yes, Vincent Price. I know
What
he,
is this
I know him
dog
from
shit that I'm
Alice
watching
Cooper's
right now?
Black Widow.
Liam, what the fuck is this dog shit, man?
It's a spider. I told you already. but now he will
Spiders don't
transform.
go to the ceiling and then Beyblade around and then stop and then drop.
What about this?
Yeah, the centipede.
I've never
This is-
seen this before.
this is- No, this is me me watching Frank
Uh-oh.
when I come over his house sometimes.
If
He
you
just
tell me he does
slithering
this
around.
shit and then you don't fight his like pig form, I'm actually gonna leave this call.
Oh, he was a pig form before. You just didn't like it.
Yeah.
Where are the bats? I need bats or
wasn't
something.
that wasn't his
There they
pig
are.
form.
This is one of my favorite songs of the whole game, by the way.
It-
It's a weird song, but I like it.
Yeah. Is it in Link to the Past? Ganon's not in that one, is he?
Yes, he is.
Is he? There's one
Yeah,
who's...
he's the main fucking villain.
Yeah, but is...
Oh,
There's a Zelda game where he's like the pig monster, but it's
Yeah.
not Ganon.
Ganon gets resurrected a few times in different games. Is there one where it's like a fake Ganon? I'm pretty sure it's always Ganon.
What about in the Oracle
Wait, let me see
games?
real quick.
Who do you fight in the Oracle games?
So in the Oracle games, you fight Nox, I think his name is in one of them, and like this witch lady in another one. But in the true ending, they resurrect Ganon. So
Yeah.
It's still Ganon.
What about Link's Awakening?
Well, so yeah, Link's Awakening is one where the nightmare takes the form of Ganon, but is not Ganon.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That there you go. That kind of counts. But it's only that for like the boss battle. It's not like ever like talked about as being Ganon. But maybe that's what you're talking about. Yeah, Link's Awakening.
Because I haven't actually seen any of those games. Because they remade the Oracle games, didn't they?
Nope.
They didn't. Alright.
Nope.
Maybe that's one that I want to play. Oracle of Seasons, Oracle of Ages.
Well, they're both completely different games. Is the thing. So you gotta pick one or both. Nice that he draped her in a little fucking.
He's gotta
carpet
keep
there.
her warm, otherwise she'll die.
I'm so glad you had that entire section to do nothing.
What are you talking about? I killed the fucking thing.
You killed what?
Oh, you wouldn't know, Mabini. You weren't paying attention, but it was pretty cool.
You fought nothing.
You
I
didn't.
fought that fucking puppet of
You did
yore.
not kill anything. Nothing died.
I killed a lot of bats and like little fucking furry
but
things.
they were made out of his energy. I haven't been playing any mobile games recently. But because I got a new phone.
I mean, they're not good to get into if you have them. honestly.
Oh, I have-
Every mobile game objectively sucks.
V8 Race
Even though I
Manager
love
for a
them.
long time, and then I got rid of that because they got too easy. I did like the games on YouTube. YouTube have got games that I'm like, oh yeah, I might play that.
Oh yeah, I see that. Every time it pops up on my iPad, I like to go, do not recommend, make it go away.
Oh,
I don't want to see this.
because
I'm not on YouTube to play fucking games. I'm there to be fucking serious.
I sort of like those sorts of mobile games. Like what was those first ones like
Fruit Ninja?
Fruit Ninja, and then the running on the Temple one, Temple
This
Run.
is me trying to understand
Temple
what the fuck you're
Run,
saying right
Subway
now.
Surfers, fucking piano game.
That was Frank looking off wistfully.
That's
into
me
the-
first thing in the
thinking
morning,
back up the
looking
road.
at Liam, giving him a stink eye.
See that right there? That's exactly what Frank looks like. Trying to think of fucking recall mobile games.
Yeah.
It's so fucking like
Man,
solemn.
Ganondorf's out here looking like Monkey D. Dragon right now. Just staring
Ganondorf
off
is just
It
looking
does.
like me
west.
first thing in the morning.
When you said man, though, it reminded me of the picture of the horse looking out into the ocean. That's what he
Mm.
also looks like.
Ganon looks like me looking in the fridge first thing in the morning.
I just love the classic One Piece meme where everyone's just like, yep, dragon does nothing but stare off into the west or the east, whatever.
He's gonna retire before he does it. He feels like it. He feels he's getting old, man.
Yeah.
Hey, oh, yeah.
He's just fucking
Yeah,
throwing
but
he's-
hands, man. He's beating your ass.
I do kind of like that idea. He
I was
just
gonna
beats
say-
the shit out of you. Doesn't even use his swords.
Knocks the sword out of Link's hand. It goes straight to Zelda's head.
He should
Just
have held you
kills
up
her
on your knees
immediately.
and jingled you up and down, make all your rupees fall out.
Dude, this is just the Ben 10 plot. Giliax just
What?
wants to take his wrist so he can have the shit attached to his hand, but he doesn't need he doesn't need Ben. Just want the thing that's on your hand. This is literally just Ben 10, man.
The Omnitrix.
I haven't seen Ben 10 in probably 15 years.
I mean, same. I haven't seen it since the original run, yeah.
I don't remember a lot about it, but it was a big thing, man. No one talks about it no more.
I've seen a few videos have come out about the golden age of children's television and how ABC 3 sucks, or ABC Me sucks now, and ABC 3 was when everything used to be good. It's just so confusing. I think it's just the way YouTube is these days, that there's so many like video essays. But it's just like, where
It
did
looks
this
so
come
peaceful and
from?
deaf.
Because like this, a lot of what they're talking about is from a long time ago, and what they're mainly talking about is Bluey.
Well, it's because, you got a lot of people that are our age that, like, grow up and are now, like, cognizant enough to have opinions about things, and then they make fucking
Yeah.
video essays about what they remember.
About how the
Basically.
Star Wars prequels were great, and
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of revisionist history because people grew up with them, and therefore that means they were good.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I
revisionist
have nostalgia
history?
for this
is
thing,
crazy.
therefore it's good.
How long do we have to wait before people start doing videos about how the Harry Potter movies were actually good?
They
What
were
do you-
always good, though.
What do you mean? Wait.
Wait. Are we just unveiling the fact that you think all the Harry Potter movies are bad?
No.
If you think they're bad, then why are you against them doing the remake?
No, I didn't say they were bad. I meant that, like...
But you're implying that they were.
Yes.
Because we currently are in the revisionist history that people are saying actually maybe they were always bad.
Yeah, well, you
And
guys were
I am
saying...
seeing
You guys were saying,
I am
oh,
seeing video
if
essays
someone if they made Goblet of Fire properly.
No, I made
Um,
the joke that they're gonna fuck up Goblet of Fire again because I stand by the fact that I think Goblet of Fire is their most butchered book to movie adaptation.
Yeah.
Followed by 6. They did a lot of bad things in 6 too.
Because I did actually watch all of the Harry Potters recently. I'd seen Deathly Hallows Part 1 several times, but Part 2... Actually, Part 2 kind of sucked. Deathly Hallows Part 2 sucked.
I like part 1.
Yeah. Part 1's fine. Half-Blood Prince wasn't very good either. I don't know why. Something about it I liked. I think when we were doing Borderlands 2 or 3 or something.
My issue with Half-Blood Prince in like the movie form is they trade off like a whole bunch of the Voldemort, like learning about Voldemort flashback shit.
Yeah.
And they replace it with a bunch of like forced romance drama bullshit that no one fucking
no
wanted.
one cares about, because it came out of nowhere. It wasn't really a thing, and then all of a sudden they just made it a thing.
And then they're like, you know what would also be cool is if during Christmas the Death Eaters attack the burrow, even though there's not supposed to be a way for them to even get to the burrow to attack them. Wouldn't that be cool? And then they just let Harry go. They're just there to save Boo.
Was the burrow supposed to have like a force field around it? Because the force fields are kind of useless.
From my understanding, I don't know if it's just in Part 7, but they have something set up to stop them from showing up until the Ministry falls. Because otherwise I feel like Death Eaters would check the burrow because they know Harry goes there all the time. And so I'm under this assumption, and then like in the book, it just flat out, this just doesn't happen. And in the movie, they're like, wouldn't it be cool if they show up to not actually do anything except be scary? Because admittedly, in the book form, Half-Blood Prince is a much slower book than the rest of the books in the series.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's mostly focused on learning a bit more about Dumbledore, and Voldemort is the main whole thing of the book, instead of having like an active antagonist.
Order of the Phoenix was one I was surprised didn't feel as big as the book was. You get up to Goblet of Fire and you're like, this is twice as big as all the other books. But it kind of deserved it. But it also felt kind of long as well when you read it. Then you get up to Order of the Phoenix and there's like so much shit going on. And you get up to the end of it and you're like, whoa, that was actually a lot of pages. I can't believe I got through that.
And time.
Meanwhile, oh, nice. Meanwhile, a lot of people in the fandom will tell you that Order of Phoenix is the worst book. And I think they're kind of crazy when they say that.
And it's going to be a hell of a headache.
That's gonna hurt in the morning. Baba booey.
Oh, cool. He becomes the sword in the stone. That's cool.
Yeah.
I have no idea what the fuck you guys were saying for the last like 5 minutes. I was trying to fight the final boss.
We were a bit locked in there.
I don't know. I was just to go back to my thought from like 10 minutes ago. I was just saying, revisionist history and video essays. People are now making video essays about how Harry Potter was actually maybe always bad because they hate J.K. Rowling, which is reasonable. But like but now they're like, actually maybe everything she's made is actually always bad. It's like, no, particularly the films, because you have to understand with any piece of media like films, particularly films and TV shows, they're not made by one person. They're made by dozens of, maybe even hundreds of people, particularly the Harry Potter films. Hundreds of people are involved in that. Many of those people are extremely good people.
The reason the first
and to discredit the entire
so
film franchise because J.K. Rowling is a monster doesn't mean that like. I don't know. I think it's unnecessary. I think it's unreasonable.
That also brings up the subject of death of the author. You can like a product. You don't have to like the person who made the product.
Yeah. No, exactly.
So you can be like, oh, that thing was actually really good. But then I feel like I can't like it because the person who made it's a horrible person. But it's like, then don't think about it like that. Just be like, I like this thing. It's like Michael Jackson.
Yes, yeah. Michael Jackson's an interesting one because I still like some of his music, but I don't like him.
He did do a lot of good songs. He faced a lot of accusations, and didn't end up with.
This is me trying to bring Frank back to Australia.
Yeah.
The ocean currents being like capitalism.
So in the original GameCube version, this used to be a pre-rendered cutscene. It was like the only cutscene in the game, and it literally took up half the disc.
Yep.
It was because they just couldn't.
And it just lagged ferociously.
For some reason, I was expecting it to be like that because it's pre-rendered. Certain things are a particular way.
Yeah.
And so I was sort of surprised to see that it wasn't. So this appears at least to be in engine this time. So it's interesting.
That's good. Full motion video was a mistake. Everything should be in engine.
Full motion video is not the same.
No.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Full motion video, yeah, that's what they had in the original one. It was really cool. They actually sent actors into the ocean to fucking drown just for this last part.
Yeah.
Look, we took them out of the fucking dungeon. I always hated that. They should have stayed in there forever. Or maybe it's just the credits that was the thing. Because that's what's playing now. Anyway, yeah, we beat the Wind Waker. Yeah, woo, 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 woo. Well, am I the only one hooting and hollering? Did you guys not enjoy it? Look, Link, look, it's Link, dude.
See ya.
and grandmama and a seagull and a little weird man. Oh, I don't like
Another
him.
weird man.
Who the fuck is that
I
guy?
don't know, some random dude.
Why am I seeing him? Get out of
A
here.
little random
Who are these
schmucks.
people?
Not
I
kid.
never knew these guys. Hey, Beetle, now we're back in
Yeah.
territory.
There's Link.
Ah,
There's Link again.
there you go.
There's
There's
Tetra.
Link in his green outfit at last.
Yeah.
See, I told you we'd get there in the end,
It's
Mabini.
if we couldn't swing a sword with it on.
A lot of people talk about how much they like hate the Deathly Hallows parts, like part 1 and part 2, because they both have like a long, in quotation marks, like a long drawn out like plan sequence to go infiltrate a thing, like both Gringotts
Really?
and
That's
the
the part that
Ministry.
people
Yes,
dislike?
most people hate
Yeah.
both of those parts in the Deathly Hallows. Meanwhile, I really love both of those segments, especially
think that they're just
more so in
the-
the book form, where it's like a bit more in detailed rather than being like super skimmed over like it is in the
Yeah.
movies.
It was pretty vague in the movies.
I think that when it comes to Deathly Hallows Part 1, I think I just like it as a film. I think it's just, I don't know, I just enjoy it.
I forget where the
with Deathly
cutoff
Hallows
is,
Part
'cause I
2 is
just-
kind of just a big battle, and like that's fine. It's a big
Yeah,
climax, but
I just
it
know
doesn't
from
really
the book,
stand. It's
so
not
I
something
always
that you can
forget
just sit
where
down
the,
and watch.
I forget where the split off is.
Yeah, I can't remember either actually.
Also, I get annoyed when everyone like they'll show like the clip from the movie where McGonagall animates the statues with the big spell that I forget the name of, and then she looks at Mrs. Weasley and goes,
I've always wanted to use that spell.
and everyone goes, man, she's so out of character. This is like a super tense moment. And I'm like, she's the fucking she's the transfiguration person at the fucking school.
Yeah.
She's probably been wanting to use this because this is probably like the ultimate transfiguration
Yeah.
spell
Yeah.
to do
Yeah,
this shit. And I'm like, yeah, I would also be fucking pumped to finally be able to do this big button.
Yeah,
Especially it's like
I've
in an emergency thing as well, and they hadn't had an emergency for over 100 years probably.
yeah, it never took me out of the film, that part.
No.
Because, you know, I think, like, and it's not to say I'm immune to comedy being in the wrong part, of, like, just being in a completely inappropriate scene. You know, it's because, like, the battle hadn't started by that point, and there was still, like, I don't know, a little bit of levity, but when the actual battle starts, I'm pretty sure, at least, that it stays serious for the rest of the film. And that's fine.
You know what, actually,
It's when you have shit like The Last Jedi.
Which
when-
also makes me sad because they don't do like the stuff in the book when Harry, turns out that Harry's not dead and he starts fucking with Voldemort underneath the invisibility cloak, like deflecting his hexes and shit. And then when he finally reveals himself, he starts like talking shit to Voldemort. He starts doing what Dumbledore did, and like he calls him Riddle and everything. He's like, you don't get it,
calls
Riddle.
him the Riddler.
You don't get it. You think
Calls
you
him
got
the
everything, but you don't got everything. You don't know.
yeah, I don't really like Harry's dialogue very much in like the last two books. From like Half-Blood Prince and Deathly Hallows. It just gets a bit too like a person wouldn't say this. When he's chasing after Snape and saying, fight back, you coward, fight back, that sort of thing. I'm just like, this is just weird. Who says that?
You sure?
I think a
Oh,
lot
don't
of
know
people
that
would
scene
say
in
that to
particular,
the guy
but-
that they watched kill their father figure, or I guess
Yeah.
technically
Yeah,
grandfather figure.
that particular example sounds like I can see that because he's really like high up on energy and he's like, "Come fight back, you bitch!"
Yeah.
He slaps him across the face or whatever.
Yeah.
Points a gun at his head or something. I can't remember. When is it that Harry Potter takes out those two guns that are fused to his hands? When he's in his pajamas. You know the one. Stephanie, put up the picture. He uses both guns to point at both heads on the Quirrell.
The credits were so cool. We've just been talking about Harry Potter this entire time.
Yeah.
What a good cliff note.
We were recognizing faces the whole time.
So Link decides at the end of the day that he can't cope living with his old Asian grandmother and he needs to go out to the world on adventure and never return.
His old Asian grandmother.
Aging.
And I'm so glad I saved my sister just to fuck off and never see her again.
Yeah, gosh, I hope she never gets kidnapped again because you guys are shit out of luck then.
Yeah.
Phew.
See you
I'm
guys.
gonna go fucking deal with it, fuck around with a ghost ship for a
Yeah,
while.
And then
going to-
tomorrow he
Yeah.
dies in a whirlpool.
He actually drowns 10 feet out of the town, but everyone was like turned around by that
Yeah.
point, so no one knows.
His ship capsized and he died immediately.
Yeah, 'cause
And
the King of
meanwhile,
Red Lions is
all
no longer a guy,
of
he's just
his
a boat.
pirate friends just actually don't give a shit about him, so they just let him die. They don't
Yeah.
care.
Well, they are pirates, so like, I don't know.
No, they crashed into him with their boat. No, he doesn't have his green tunic anymore.
He never did.
Oh,
Mabini, he never did.
I know.
The end.
end.
Never to be green again.
We got to think of a cool final word.
Thank
Mabini, what are your final
Thank
thoughts?
you
Do
so
have any
much
final
for
thoughts,
sailing my
Mabini?
game.
Yeah, this is the worst Zelda game I've ever seen in my life.
Oh.